Welcome back to Wigs with Scarlett. Today I'm doing the wig review for one of the newer Belle Tress Luxe wigs. This is Mew in the color Shaken Oatmilk Blonde Rooted. As always, please subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, give it a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing here. And don't forget to check out Pinky Promise in the description. Use my code Sarah30 to shop site-wide 7 days a week for 30% off. And this gorgeous wig review is coming right up. Get into Mew, as I think it's pronounced. It might be pronounced Mew. I'm not really sure how it's pronounced, but whatever the name of this wig, she is absolutely stunning. The style on this wig really reminds me of a little bit longer simmer, which is one of the most popular styles from Raquel Welch, or a slightly wavier wavy day. Similar length to Wavy Day, similar curl pattern to Simmer, and those are two of their most popular sellers for Raquel Welch. What I can tell you about the Belle Tress Luxe collection is that I am a massive fan. And if you've been watching me for a bit, you know I'm a very, very picky wig wearer. And one of the things that I love about the Belle Tress Luxe collections, well, there's many things. I love the hand-tied cap. It's the most comfortable thing I've ever worn on my head. I love the fibers. I own a Chloe in Belle Tress Luxe, and I wear it for 8 hours at a time, and it tangles far less than any other synthetic brand that I've worn. And I don't know if that's just Belle Tress and their absolute perfection on their heat-defiant fibers compared to other brands, or if, you know, my Chloe is just super special. I haven't worn this gorgeous wig for a long period of time, but in the time I have worn her, look at this. No tangling. And I mean, this does hit the clothes. So I think they've done a lot to perfect their heat defiant fibers, but I will say that I owned a wig from them in the City collection that went past my shoulders, and it did tangle far worse than my Chloe. So maybe it's the hand-tied cap. I'm not really sure of the science behind it, but what I can say is that my Chloe doesn't tangle. So far, this one doesn't tangle. And when I say doesn't tangle, I'm more referring to whatever tangles I can get out with my fingers, not big clumps of matted hair. Of course, they're gonna tangle a little bit. All right, so let's talk about Mew, and I hope I'm saying it right. And if not, sorry, Belle Tress. I love this wig. I think it's gorgeous. We're going to talk all about it and about the color Shaken Oatmilk Blonde Rooted. But let's start with just looking at her from all sides. So obviously the front, the left, the back. Look at how naturally she moves with that hand-tied cap. And the right. She's absolutely gorgeous. Now, Mew is basically a 13-inch wig, almost all the way around. She measures 13, not a lot of layering, just a really beautiful curl pattern. She has a 6-inch nape. And other than that, she's gonna measure 13 from 13 in length. And the curl pattern is perfection. I mean, it's perfection. And what I love about synthetics versus human hair, which I've said often because I wear both, is I don't have to worry about these curls falling out, which is huge. Because with my human hair wigs, they will never keep a curl like this long term. I have to constantly curl them over and over and over again, which is a bummer. So let's look at this absolutely flawless hairline from Belle Tress. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's perfection. They do bring a little bit of the lighter hair up, but not so much that it looks strange. And I mean, it looks so natural. Look how natural that looks. The other thing I love about Mew is that she's not a face flopper too badly. You know, I'm a side part girl. Now you can part this wig anywhere you want. And if you part in the middle, you're always gonna have less face flopping. But when you part on the side like I do, a lot of wigs, they flop right in the face. And this one doesn't. Not bad at all. And I didn't have to do any training or, hair drying or any of that because this isn't what I'm keeping. So I haven't done anything to her. She's just good with not face flopping, even on a side part, which is huge. Let's talk about this gorgeous color. This is the Shaken Oatmilk Blonde Rooted, and it is really beautiful. I would say it leans more cool to neutral. I wouldn't say it's very warm. And the code for it is 8256138. It's described as a medium brown root with a light brown base, cool and neutral blonde, and light blonde highlights. So they have that cool neutral. It's really not a warm colored wig. It's definitely a cool to neutral. And I'm going to show it to you, of course, as I always do in front of the slider and outside. It's a beautiful day to get more of the color. It's very pretty, very, very pretty. You know that I'm more of a warm girl, so she's not really the color that I would wear, although I could wear it. I prefer warm tones. Being a redhead, it's really hard for me to go from reds, which are very warm, to cool blondes, but I do go reds to warm blondes. Cool blondes is a stretch for me. I kind of feel like too cool washes me out. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know, but that's what I like. So now we're going to talk about this extremely luxe cap. If you are new to wig wearing, you may not know what a hand-tied cap means. For those of us more experienced, we do know, but I do want to point it out because the reason these wigs are so expensive is because of the cap. This is a fully hand-tied cap, and what that means is every single hair was hand-tied into this wig by a person. So you got to pay for the labor to do something like that. What that does for you is it gives you supernatural movement. It allows you to put it up without seeing wefts. Also, if it's windy and your hair blows, you're not going to see wefts because there is no wefts. It's all hand tied. The other thing about an all hand tied cap is the comfort. They're much more comfortable than a wefted cap. They're extremely comfortable. I am absolutely obsessed with my Chloe and the hand tied cap. It's like I'm wearing nothing on my head. So this hand-tied cap is going to cost more, but they're definitely worth it. I also love that the Luxe collection has these silicone ear tabs instead of, the big bulky ones that I found with other hand-tied caps. And the reason for that is when we talk about how these caps fit, they are on the larger side, and I have a petite head and I always struggle with the ear to ear. However, when I push this hand-tied cap above my ears, because these ear tabs are so lightweight, they're not bulky, I can push it above my ears and it doesn't feel like something's pressing down. So it's actually still really comfortable for those of you that have a more petite head. You do have adjusters and an extended nape, and you have, of course, a full, all the way through the ear tabs, lace to lace front. So it truly is a very, very luxe cap. And that's why you have the price point. You can generally get this for 30% off, including with my code Sarah30, which will save you some money. This wig normally retails for over $600, and it's because of the cap. But I would say it's also because of these amazing fibers. They are really something. I have to say, I think Belle Tress fibers are up there on my list as one of my favorite fibers, if not my favorite, and I've tried quite a few. So I'm going to put her back on, and we're going to look more at this gorgeous dimensional rooted color, Shaken Oatmilk Blonde R. Shaken Oatmilk Blonde rooted in front of the slider. You do see some of the, the rooting is done great. It's all throughout the wig. Beautiful, beautiful, cool to neutral blonde. Outside. Let's see if I can get some sunlight. It's a very pretty day, but I don't have right in the sunlight. But this is definitely natural light. Look at that root. It's not too dark. In my opinion, perfect. Look at these beautiful fibers. So you can see some of those different blondes. They're definitely cool and neutral tones. I would say this is a medium density wig. I think it has based on wearing this and wearing Chloe, it has more hair than Chloe, but it doesn't have an outrageous amount of hair. It's not, unnaturally large amounts of hair, but it's a little higher density than Chloe. And she weighs 4.5 ounces at the 13-inch length, just to give you an idea. I don't find her heavy and I don't find her unnaturally big. I think she's absolutely a stunning piece. I haven't even put scar tape or anything on this one. And look at this gorgeous pre-plucked natural looking part line. That's beautiful, beautiful. Flawless hairline, flawless, absolutely beautiful. I'm a big fan of these Belle Tress Luxe wigs, in case you haven't figured that out, although I've said it, I like to be repetitive. This is an amazing wig. It has that full monofilament part, as I showed you with the cap off, so you can part it anywhere you like. The caps are so comfortable. If you are interested in this one or any of the other Belle Tress Luxe or any other wig you've got your eye on, don't forget to check out Pinky Promise. Use my code Sarah30 to do your shopping. And please subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.